The alarm clock screamed at 5 a.m., a cold, clinical sound piercing the comfortable warmth of sleep. Outside, the pre-dawn air was sharp, biting. For a moment, wrapped in the quiet cocoon of the bed, the thought of simply rolling over, pulling the covers higher, was overwhelmingly tempting. Every fiber of your being urged you to stay put, to postpone the planned long run until a warmer, brighter day. This wasn't just physical inertia, it was a profound mental resistance, a silent battle waged against the very idea of deliberate discomfort. But then something shifts. A deeper understanding surfaces. That initial chill, that internal whisper of resistance, for a Stoic, this isn't merely an obstacle to be avoided, but an invitation. An invitation not to punishment, but to training. Training for the soul. We often associate discomfort with punishment, with something to be escaped, something that signifies failure or pain. Our modern world, in its striving for ultimate convenience and ease, reinforces this idea. We are encouraged to minimize friction, to smooth out every rough edge, to seek comfort above all else. Yet, the Stoics offered a radically different perspective. Discomfort, especially constructive discomfort, is not just tolerable, but actively welcome. It is the very crucible in which growth is forged, a necessary step on the path to becoming a more resilient, virtuous, and ultimately a more tranquil human being. Consider this for a moment. When an athlete trains, they deliberately push their body beyond its current limits. Muscles burn, lungs ache, and the mind screams for a pause. This isn't pleasant. It's discomfort, pure and simple. But no athlete views this burning sensation as a sign to quit, nor as a punishment. They understand it as a signal, a sign that their body is adapting, growing stronger, preparing for the next challenge. This physical discomfort is a deliberate investment in future capability. The Stoics applied this very same principle to the soul, to our character. Just as the body needs stress to build muscle, the soul needs challenge to build resilience, patience, courage, and wisdom. They saw life's inevitable difficulties, setbacks, losses, criticisms, even simple inconveniences, not as unfortunate interruptions to our comfort, but as opportunities for practice. They are, quite literally, training exercises designed by existence itself. Imagine a difficult conversation you've been dreading. Perhaps you need to deliver constructive criticism, or set a firm boundary, or express a vulnerable truth. The knots in your stomach, the racing thoughts, the fear of judgment, this is emotional discomfort. Your instinct might be to avoid it, to sweep it under the rug, to choose momentary ease over potential friction. But a Stoic would approach this moment differently. They would see it as a chance to practice honesty, courage, and clear communication. The discomfort isn't a barrier, it's the very medium through which these virtues can be exercised and strengthened. Each difficult word spoken, each moment of steadfast resolve, is like a rep in the gym for your character. This embracing of constructive discomfort is deeply rooted in core Stoic principles. Take the concept of amor fati, the love of fate. It's not a passive acceptance of what happens, but an active, even joyful, embracing of everything that occurs, seeing it as part of the unfolding tapestry of life, necessary for our development. If discomfort is part of fate, then to love fate is to welcome discomfort as a teacher. Then there's the dichotomy of control. We control our judgments, our actions, our responses, but not external events or other people's reactions. When faced with a challenging situation, a Stoic focuses not on the unpleasantness of the event itself, which is often beyond their control, but on their internal response, which is entirely within their power. The discomfort serves as a trigger, an immediate reminder to practice self-control, to choose a virtuous response over a reactive one. This isn't about seeking out suffering for its own sake. It's about recognizing that growth rarely happens in the absence of challenge. It's about consciously leaning into the moments that make us squirm, that stretch our perceived limits, because that's precisely where transformation occurs. It's about transforming "I can't" into "I will try," and then into "I did." So, how do we begin to welcome constructive discomfort? First, cultivate awareness. When you encounter a challenging moment, notice your initial resistance. Rather than immediately shrinking from it, pause. Acknowledge the discomfort without judgment. Second, reframe your perspective. Instead of seeing it as a problem, ask yourself, what virtue can I practice here? What can this teach me? Is it patience when stuck in traffic? Resilience after a setback? Humility when proven wrong? Third, engage with intention. Don't just endure the discomfort, lean into it with purpose. If it's a difficult conversation, go in with a clear intention to speak your truth with kindness. If it's a new challenging skill, embrace the frustration of learning as part of the process. This practice, like all Stoic practices, is a continuous journey, not a destination. There will be days when the discomfort feels overwhelming, when the desire for ease is too strong, and that's okay. The goal isn't perfection, but progress. Each time you choose to face a discomfort with patience and purpose, you are strengthening your soul, building an inner fortress that can withstand life's inevitable storms. You are becoming more resilient, more adaptable, more authentically yourself. So, the next time that cold alarm screams, or that daunting task looms, or that difficult conversation awaits, pause, take a breath, and remember, this isn't punishment. This is training. Your soul is calling for its workout. And by leaning into that constructive discomfort, you are not just enduring, you are truly growing. What discomfort are you currently facing that you might choose to reframe as training? Share your thoughts and reflections in the comments below. If this resonated with you, consider subscribing for more insights into living a more thoughtful and resilient life. Until next time, lean into the training.